welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to wash your human hair wig the right way, step by step, from start to finish. And now here's the thing. Human hair wigs don't need to be washed nearly as often as a lot of people think. In fact, washing too often can actually shorten the lifespan of your wig, but how often should you wash it? And what if you're sweating a lot? What if you wear it to the gym? Or maybe you're wondering, well, Steph, what if the cap of the wig gets dirty? I'm going to cover all of that today. So make sure you watch until the very end, because after I show you the full washing process, I'm going to be sharing how to know when it's really time to wash, how sweat and exercise and everyday wear affect your wig, and what types of products are best for keeping your wig soft and hydrated. And of course, I'm going to tell you which ingredients to avoid to protect your wig's longevity. But before we dive in, if you love videos like this that really break down wig care and help you feel confident wearing them, would you mind hitting that like button for me? Because leaving a like or a comment will actually help push this video out further. And it's my hope that this video reaches somebody who might be struggling to figure all of this out right now. And your like might be the very reason another woman finds the answers she's been looking for. So thank you for leaving a like in advance. And just as a side note, if you've been watching me for a while, then you probably already know I'm coming out with my own human hair wig line soon. And every single strand is human hair with the cuticles intact. We process everything gently and slowly to keep it healthy and soft right from the start, so you have less work to do at home. If you want to check it out, or you want more information, or to join my VIP list, just head on over to wigsbysteph.com. Now let's get into washing this wig. Before we get the wig wet, we always want to detangle first. Take a hair-safe brush or comb and start gently brushing out all the knots and the mats. Remember, hair is more fragile when it's wet, so if you wait until after you get it wet, you're going to risk breakage. If your wig is especially tangly or you're finding the brush is snagging a lot, go ahead and use a detangler spray to help the brush glide through. I'm starting at the bottom of the wig and working my way up. This prevents stacking tangles on top of each other and helps to protect the hair. Now, this particular wig I'm working on doesn't have many tangles, so I'm not using a detangler today. Honestly, I rarely need to use them because I hydrate my wigs properly through daily care, and my wigs just don't get super dry. They don't split and they just stay soft. But if you need a detangler, use it, because once you break the hair, you can't put it back. And then we're gonna go and rinse with lukewarm water. We're not using hot water, not using cold water, but lukewarm. That's the key, because it gently lifts product buildup and slightly opens the cuticle without damaging the hair. A lot of people do this step wrong, so lukewarm water only. Notice how I'm holding the wig too. My hand is under the cap, cradling it upright, and the hair is falling naturally downward, just like it would when it's worn. And then we want to go clean the lace. This is an optional step. So at this point, if I notice makeup or sunscreen on the lace, I'll flip the cap inside out and use my Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. This is my favorite soap. I just use a tiny bit on my fingertip, that's more than enough, and I rub it gently and let it lather. It lifts makeup and sunscreen so easily without scrubbing. But please note, this is only for the lace and the cap and never for the hair itself. Castile soap will dry out hair so bad if it's used on the strands. So if your wig lace looks clean, skip this step. I don't do this every single time. Now let's shampoo. My go-to is the brand called Verb, and I like to use their hydrating shampoo. It's gentle, it's pH balanced, and it keeps the hair moisturized. I like to apply mine directly to the top of the wig because I only have two hands here and it's way easier. Also, I want you to notice how I run the shampoo through. I'm not scrubbing, I just get my hand wet and I kind of just dab or pat it down. And as I go around the head, or the hair head, I get to the longer length of the hair, and then I'll kind of squeeze the hair, skip a bit, squeeze the hair, skip a bit. The shampoo is going in and throughout the hair here. It's kind of weaving throughout, but don't go overboard. Honestly, and here's my biggest tip, sometimes the soapy water alone, just running down the strands, is enough to cleanse the wig. We do not need to scrub here because we do not have an actual scalp. We're just trying to lift the dirt and grime off, if there is any. After that, just simply rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water again. And now I want to talk about an optional repair treatment that you can do for your wig. And I do this because every once in a while, I'll start to see some split ends. And if you start to see that, this is when you want to use that product. And the product that I use is called Olaplex. It's number 8, and it's a bonding intense moisture mask. Now give the length of your hair a little squeeze because we don't need all this water here. Just get it out. And then we can go in with the product. So I'm just gonna put it back in my basin here, rinse off my hands, walk away for about 20 minutes, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and we're gonna rinse our wig out again with lukewarm water. And then we're gonna go into the step that I always recommend. And here's where it's gonna sound a little crazy. We're gonna skip the conditioner altogether. Every time you wash your wig, skip the conditioner and instead go in with a hydration intense mask. A hydration mask is going to do way more for your wig than any conditioner would do. My favorite is Verb's hydrating mask because wigs don't get washed often, so when they do, it's the perfect chance to really pack in hydration. And conditioner, honestly, is just not strong enough for wigs when you're washing them just every once in a while. And I like to apply the mask mostly to the mid-lengths and ends again, avoiding the knots, avoiding most of the top hairs, but honestly, if I have leftover product on my hands, I'll just quickly smooth a little bit over the top hairs, but never into the lace. Again, we're not scrubbing, and definitely never on the knots. Again, we're gonna leave this mask on between 10 to 20 minutes, totally up to you. I usually do 20, like all the other things I leave on. So I'm just gonna walk away and I will see you back here in a second. Okay, let's rinse it out. And this time is the only time we are using cool water to rinse our wig. The cool water seals the cuticle, it locks in hydration, and it will add shine. This is the key, guys, to keeping your hydration locked in. So remember, cool water when you're washing out your hydrating mask at the very end. Then I'll just simply use my hand to squeeze out that excess water, and then I'll take my microfiber towel, I'll stick my wig inside, and I'll kind of just do a quick fold over, and then I'll use my hands to pat it down. Again, we're not scrubbing, we're not disrupting this wig, and then I'll take it out of the microfiber towel and I'll let it air dry. I place mine on a foldable wig stand over my tub. This is just how I like to do it, so it can drip dry into a basin that I'll place down below, and that way it dries naturally without any stress on the hair. And then I will literally just let my wig hang dry like this, and I'll put the basin down below and it'll just drip into the basin. At this point, you can either let it hang dry like I have and just walk away, do your thing, or go to sleep at night and it'll be dry in the morning, or go in with a hair dryer and a round brush and you can give it a blowout if you want to. But it's totally your call. I really like just to hang dry, and then when it's completely dry, I'll go in with my hot tools and perfect the style at that point. As my human hair wig dries, I want to talk to you about how often you really need to wash your human hair wig. If you wear your wig every single day, once a month is plenty. If you're rotating between styles, guys, you can go 2 or even 3 months without a full wash, and yes, that's perfectly fine. The biggest reason I recommend washing less often is that every single wash actually puts a bit of stress on the hair. Even the highest quality human hair wigs don't regrow. So protecting that cuticle is everything. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking, but Steph, that's kind of gross. What if I sweat a lot? I get it. And here's the thing. Sweat isn't the same as oil on a living scalp. Wigs don't get greasy like our own bio hair does. Yes, there is makeup and sunscreen and just natural oils from your skin that will collect there on the cap, So if you work out daily and you wear your wig in the hot weather, or you're a sweaty person, you just sweat a lot. I sweat a lot. You don't necessarily need to wash the hair more often, but you might want to refresh the cap in between washes. And that's where my quick clean method comes in. That's what I call it, quick clean. So use this method if you just need to freshen up the inside of your wig cap, especially after the gym or hot weather or a long day. And this is my go-to. First, I want you to mix 1 part plain white vinegar with 3 parts water in a bowl. Dip a clean, soft cloth into the mixture and gently wipe down the inside of your cap, focusing on areas that touch your skin. So that would be the front hairline, the nape, and maybe the ear tabs. And if you're sensitive to smells or you notice a hint of vinegar scent, then you can definitely do a quick second wipe with a cloth dampened in plain water. When diluted, vinegar won't leave a strong smell after it dries, but this extra wipe down ensures it's fresh and you're not going to get that vinegar smell. You can do this after each workout or a couple of times a week if you're wearing the wig daily. And I know some people are really stressed out about keeping their cap clean, so if you're worried about it, that's exactly what I would do if I were you. And that is what I do if I'm working out daily or I've worn that wig every single time to a workout. I will just clean the inside of the cap and leave the actual hair alone. And now that our wig is clean and hydrated and drying, this is where I would really lock in softness and shine. First, a leave-in conditioner. I like to rotate between the Verb Hydrate leave-in conditioner and It's a 10 Miracle leave-in plus keratin. The Verb is lightweight and silicone-free, so it hydrates the hair without coating the hair. And the It's a 10 with keratin is fantastic if your wig needs a little extra smoothing or frizz control. And then I add just a tiny bit of oil to the mid-lengths and the ends of the wig. And my favorites are jojoba oil, argan oil, or a Moroccan oil blend. Oils actually help seal in that hydration and protect the hair between washes, but less is definitely more here, or you risk buildup. And that's going to prompt you to want to wash the wig more. So be careful and don't, put on a ton of product here. We're just trying to add, but not smother the hair with buildup, if that makes sense. I'll link all of my go-to products below in the description, but just know that you absolutely do not have to use the exact same ones I use. I just want to give you some examples of the kind of formulas and ingredients that work well for human hair wigs. So that's why I mention these and I recommend these, but you don't have to use them just because I do. Now, what I want you to look for versus what I want you to avoid. So first, look for sulfate-free, pH-balanced shampoos and conditioners or masks. Whatever you decide to use, although I prefer mask over conditioner. Hydrating ingredients like argan oil, jojoba oil, shea butter, glycerin, these are all good, as well as bond building treatments like Olaplex for repair. Now, what I want you to avoid is harsh sulfates, like this word that I don't want to butcher, so I'm going to put it here. Heavy silicones is okay in small amounts, but avoid anything that leaves a waxy coat, as well as high alcohol content, because this will dry the hair out. But let's talk about that, because a lot of times you'll see the word alcohol listed in the ingredients section of a product, and this confuses a lot of people. First, you have to know that not all alcohols are created equal and they're not all bad. Some are actually great for hair and some can be pretty drying. So the ones that I want you to watch out for are these, and again, I'm going to put them here because I don't want to butcher the names, I just prefer not to say them. The fast evaporating drying alcohols like these, if those are listed near the top of the ingredients list, it usually means that there's a lot in there, and that can just strip away the moisture that your wig actually needs. But here's the good news. There are also what we call fatty alcohols, and those are your friends. Ingredients like these actually help to keep the hair soft and manageable. So when you're checking product labels, don't panic just because you see the word alcohol. Look at which type it is and where it's placed in the list. If it's a fatty alcohol or if it's a drying alcohol but it's way down near the bottom, you're fine. Don't worry about it. So keep the hair hydrated. Avoid harsh products and treat it gently, and it's going to last you a super long time and it's going to remain beautiful. And if you're watching this thinking, I'd love to get a high quality human hair wig like this, I have my own line coming out very soon, made with ethically sourced cuticle intact hair and designed for long lasting beauty. You can check out my website, wigsbysteph.com, and join the VIP list to get first access when they drop. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, hit that like button and leave a comment. Type the word hydrate if you actually made it to the end of this video, because I know it was a long one, but I do hope it helped you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.